So, yeah, that's your introduction to the final boss of the game. Like, I don't
Master
understand
Eddie,
how
the
those make
Bad Apple,
sense.
has erected a gigantic monument of temptation. Bumbleberg won't be able to resist unless it is removed from Bumbleberg Park.
This is where it all ends for Bumbleberg and Larry Boy. As you can see, I've created Apple's Funhouse 2, an irresistible force of temptation.
But what you fail to see is God's promise to not let us be tempted beyond what we can handle, and that He'll always give us a way out.
Is that so? From my point of view, things don't look so good for you all.
The city will look a lot better when you're gone, Bad Apple.
Bumbleberg has chosen quite a silly hero.
I am that hero.
Apple's
So,
Funhouse 2 is anchored by several webs. You'll need to spray them. The webs are spread all about Bumbleberg. You may have to use your abilities to reach some of them. Good luck, Master Larry.
yeah, like,
No!
be prepared to hear that no a lot.
Oh my! The web is snapped back and hit the Bad Apple. This is your chance to get on top of the funhouse and spray her. Hurry, Master Larry.
So yeah, that's the way this works. I'm just gonna cut into Alfred because very little talking I've been able to do so far. But that's the basis of this boss fight, and it takes forever. I mean, it seriously takes forever because of the way that all of this is done. And I'm just like, what's over here? Oh, fall damage. So yeah, I mean, I've got to apparently what you got to do is you destroy the webbing, which will cause one of her legs, which apparently wasn't anchored down a minute ago, to in the cutscene her legs weren't anchored down, to smack her, and that will cause it to her legs to smack her in the face. And are you catching all of this yet? And she's gonna stay dizzy the entire time, thankfully, and then you just you get her a little wet. That is honestly all you do. And then you start back at the bottom all over again. And I'm like, what? I don't understand how I continually just start back at the bottom. But that's all you do for the entire boss fight. No! And then there you go. And yes, Alfred's going to continually say, because you need to encourage children. You can do it, Master Larry. If you don't, you get a participation award. So I don't know really what to say about this boss fight other than the fact that I'm trying to just scope out the territory right now. I need to go here, need to go here, need to go here. Shut up, quit your laughing. You're supposed to be dizzy right now. And then, that tells me that there's going to be some of those little puffing ghost thingies that I hate so much in this game. Although, thankfully, there aren't a lot of them, so it's not that bad, but still. But this is the boss fight, and so, I get to spend the next 15 minutes. That's right, guys. The next 15 minutes fighting this boss. This is the final episode, as far as this is concerned. We will be done with VeggieTales soon. Grr, and then we're back at the bottom. This is all rinse, lather, and repeat. And there's a part of me that's like, I wonder if I should just fast forward through this boss fight and then show the very, very end. But no, we're going to watch all of this. And again, I'm just scoping out the territory, like I need to go over there, I need to go over there. And then there's one attached there and one attached over there. So those guys have suddenly appeared, and yeah. So this is a thing. This is this boss fight. I don't really know what to say at this point, other than the fact that this is it. This is the boss fight. I mean, I can't sugarcoat it to this is a great game, or this is, because this is kind of boring to me. That's the other thing. Again, as a small child, I would have trouble. having this keep my attention. Now, granted, VeggieTales came out at a point where I was a teenager. And at that point, I had no real interest in teenagers. And the only time I've really done anything with VeggieTales is my wife. My wife has, like, played different VeggieTales stuff for me. Yes! Yes. You stupid plant. Stop telling me I can do it. Just let me do this. If I can do it, let me do it. That's all I'm asking. Yeah, grr, blah, burr. And then we're starting back here all over again. No clue how I got knocked down. No clue what happened. There's another one of these things over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and lead this fella over to the vent. But, again, as a kid, I don't know how much this would be able to hold my attention. And see, I didn't even touch that guy and he hurt me somehow. But, so all these different things, are, you know, these are things that I recognize about the game. And I'm just like, well, this is stuff that wouldn't have kept my attention as a kid. And even though this came out when I was a teenager, you know, granted, I wouldn't have watched this as a teenager because I was one of those heathenous teens. I was one of them listening to heavy metal, rock and roll, and, you know, listening to the devil rock. What I was doing, that devil rock. You heard that devil rock, right? You see me rolling my eyes right now. But it's one of those things where this wouldn't have been able to really hold my attention as a child. Granted, as a child, I was more interested in other things, such as, like, there's a game that I plan on playing sometime in the near future, if I can get it to work, for the Nintendo, an old Sesame Street game. It was able to hold my attention because I loved, you know, I fell in love with the Sesame Street characters and things of that nature, even though it wasn't a great game. The only way I could really see someone fall damage, a child really, really loving this game is if, you know, Larry Boy is a character that they had, you know, just been a part of their childhood the way Sesame Street was for me. Sesame Street was a part of my childhood. It was a permanent part, to the point that even as an adult I still watch it. And so I was willing to play through, and even still willing to play through one of the bad games. Oh, not a bad game, but an old game.
No!
Yes!
You can do it, Master Laddie.
But, like, I think I would have, as a kid, as a child, I would have grown bored of this game already. That is the honest truth. So, I'm thinking, I wonder if I can streamline this process. I wonder if I can make this so much simpler. Short answer is no. No, I can't. I really wish that I could. So I'm like, can I float from over here? Short answer, again, is no. No, I can't. I wanted to so badly, and thankfully at least fall damage didn't hit me there. But like I said, I could only see, like, a kid that, like, watched Larry Boy a lot could, you know, really, really like something of this nature. Me, no. I think I've got 2 legs left, thankfully, and I'm saving the one around the tree for last, because it's going to be one of the more aggravating of the 2. Hurry up, Larry Boy. My name's Larry Boy. And we fall again. And we fall again. And I am not good at this, apparently. Like, alright, I'm going to swing around and bump into that again. And then finally I get the bright idea. I'm going to land on this and then just jump straight across. Which actually works, mind you. So one of my plans worked out. I'm having trouble clearing my throat right now. I've got about, like, 10 plus minutes left on this thing, so we're almost there.
No!
Yes! You keep saying no, even though I do this, and I noticed that the top of her head is, like, bright green. She's...
Do it, Master Laddie.
Oh, she's a bad apple. Like, she looks like she's going rot. Oh, she's a bad apple. Ha. My bad. It never dawned on me. So, I mean, like, all we're doing, though, is we're, like, smacking her in the head with her own leg. We're getting her wet, and that's it. That's the entirety of this boss fight. That's this game. Getting the apple wet, the game. Getting the... I need to getting the Apple Wet Simulator 2005. Spray her with a water gun, and that's that. That's that. I mean, you know what? While I'm at it, one thing I want to say is like the other thing that I've noticed about this game is the music, and more and more I think about it, I'm like, I want to discuss the music real quick. Because the music in this game isn't bad. Don't you mess up, Cal. Please let that work. Nope. Nope. So yeah, do this all over again. So like, I meant to mention this in the space level, but the music in this game, you know, I didn't mind the music in the game per se, other than the fact that it sounded like it was really, really short loops. But the music sounded like, or didn't sound like it matched the levels. Kind of like, go back and listen to the space level music, and it's kind of like this jazzy, you know, sound to it. It has nothing to do with space whatsoever, and so I'm like, it's music, but I don't see what this has to do with space. Maybe I'm just being picky right now. Is it bad music by any stretch of the imagination? Well, no, it's not the worst music ever. I've heard much, much worse music in games, and it could have no music in the game. Kind of get caught up on the building there, but alright, so we got one more of those things to go through. One more chance to get her kind of sopped down. And I've got to lure this guy away. And you guys are like, why are you torturing us like this? What I'll do is I'll cut to the point where we're back at the... Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And here we are at the top of the building, and I can hardly contain my excitement. There's stuff way over there, and I have no idea how to get to it. But I really don't... It really doesn't matter at this point, because... No! Smack you in the face. And I can do it, Larry! Ugh. The song is about to kill me right now because it's just looping, and it's so... Again, like a boss... I guess since this is not an epic boss battle, this kind of fits in, but it's like the same few seconds looped over and over and over. And I'm just going, why? Why you do this to me, Master Larry? Why? Why you mess with me? Because, like, the music right now, it is... I don't know. It's just not really good music. And it's a lot more than I expected out of, you know, a VeggieTales. Because they do really have good music. And she says, grr. And we beat the final boss. We've unlocked a new movie. And here's the cutscene.
Is it hot out here? Or is it just me? So, how about that party?
My fellow citizens, we are gathered here today to commemorate the 300th anniversary of the founding of our great city of Bumbleberg. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you our founding father, Obadiah Bumbly. Now we also have someone else to thank for delivering our town from this terrible evil. And that, of course, is our city's great superhero, Larry Boy!
Why, thank you, dear, but I can't take the credit. Temptation is too strong for any one of us to handle alone. We need God's help, and the help of the people around us, our friends, and our family.
Well put, Master Larry. You can always call on me when you need help.
And as a token of our appreciation, it is my pleasure to present you, in honor of Bumbleberg's 300th birthday, this magnificent 300-pound chocolate birthday cake.
Help!
I'll save you a piece. A small one.
All right, everyone. Go see Alfred about some cake.
So, I've never seen the movie, so I don't necessarily know how the ending, what the ending represents. But you know how I was talking about music not matching? Listen to the music real quick. How does this sound like, you know, you have this epic game and then all of a sudden it's like kind of a music box. I don't understand the music choices. Anyway, this is Larry Boy, so this is something that we should play for taking out the Trash Tuesday. Now this isn't the worst of the worst. Again, this is probably like ranked third simply by letter ranking because I have a 5 out of 5 system. And if I remember correctly, I gave this 5 out of 5. Not 5 out of 5. I gave this 3 out of 5 bad apples. And I will have the rankings of these games. Probably like set up soon. Although I would dare say that this technically at the moment is the worst game I've played on PS2 as far as for the channel. It's probably not the worst game I've played, period. There's one that I'm thinking of in the back of my mind that I'm like, oh, this will be worth playing. But, I mean, this is the one that worst I played for the channel. The music right now is just killing me. But yeah, Larry Boy. Not really good. It doesn't have really good controls. I mean, it's a good game for the most part for children because of what it does. Wouldn't have any long-lasting appeal for an adult such as myself or me as the teenager when this first came out. You gonna restart the song on me? No? Yes, you are gonna restart the song. I would like, it went dead. What happened? Music to me doesn't match the levels. It's just kind of like the person that made it like, well, what do you want? Let's make something jazzy on all the levels. What about the ending credits? Do something that'll put the kid to sleep because he's probably going to want to take a shower soon anyway. And the ending, as far as, I guess because Bad Apple was an apple that was going rotten, that could technically stop Bad Apple because once it smacked its head against the concrete, or her head against the concrete, that would be all she wrote. But of course, at the very end, you see like the nodule or the I don't want to say tentacle, the spider leg turn the television off at the very end. So you know, you got Phil Fisher as Bob the Tomato, Alfred Archibald, Jim Gordley, Jimmy Gord, Philip announcer Mike Noraki as Larry Boy, the cameraman. Jean-Claude, the mayor's assistant, Kid P. Cynthia West is the Bad Apple. Cynthia West, saying it sounds familiar to me. Probably won't have the time to look it up, but the name sounds so familiar to me. But yeah, I mean, the game really is not that bad. And it was enjoyable. I will say that. It was kind of it sounds so much like I'm lying right now. The game isn't bad. It's not the best game in the world, but I could recommend this for small kids or kids that like the VeggieTales franchise. I couldn't do it really for an adult or anyone else, you know. But again, that's who this game was made for, small kids. So it would do its job. I made it through the game because of the fact, well, I play games like this for you guys because this is what I do on Tuesdays. This is what I'm all about, is you guys, the fans. And I seriously doubt anyone has actually made it to this point in this video. It's like, all right, it's the end of the game, it's the credits, don't care anymore. You know, but if someone actually made it to this point in the video, you know, say something. Let me know. Be like, guess what? You're wrong. I actually made it to the very end of this. So there. But I'm looking through this and I'm like, I see all these music, you know, and none of this music is in the game. And then it dawned on me, These are unlockable songs. You know, these are unlockable songs of the game, and, you know, you can unlock them as you go along playing through it. I could do that if I wanted to go back, because you can go back and play through these levels. Not gonna happen. Although Rock On Larry Boy, let me go ahead and say Rock On Larry Boy is an amazing song. I loved that, as far as I could sit and listen to that play over and over, because that's cool. Anyway, guys, I thank you all for joining me for this Let's Play. Next week, Taking Out the Trash Tuesday, I think we're going to go back to the Genesis era of gaming. But until then, get ready! We've got more trash coming your way. Bye, guys!